today we're reacting to high school canon events. I feel like one of the biggest high school canon events that you can probably experience gotta be a girl kicking you out of her car while she's driving at high speeds, and you gotta hurry up and hop out so she don't, like, you know, off you like that. Everybody done been through that. Everybody done been kicked out of the car while the car was moving at high speeds. That's just me. Let's get it.
School canon events. First up, getting friend zoned. Getting friend zoned is something that we've all gone through.
Oh my gosh, she said getting friend zoned. Bro, I had my own wheels. Nah, when I was started moving around, I ain't had no. But getting friend zoned, bro. That's that right there. Y'all gotta agree. I'm turning the volume up. My bad. Y'all gotta agree. Getting friend zoned, we all been there. That happened to me. I remember I was probably like a sophomore, and I was out here there was this one girl hit me with that friend zone so nasty. I was like, That was one where I woke up. The friend zone gonna help you wake up for sure.
You have a crush on a girl. You start envisioning a whole future with this girl. Holding hands in the hallway, sneaking off to the car to go make out, taking her to prom, having kids, having babies, having child support, blah, blah, blah. The only thing that's stopping you is that you're chopped as shit and she's beautiful as so you never think you'll have a chance, which is why you're scared to really talk to her. But eventually you do, and the vibe's going well until that one day where you finally decide that it's time to pop the question. So you call her and you start talking like normal until you finally get to the moment. You ask her out on the phone, and at first she's a little bit shocked, but then she gives you that smile. And brother, I'm not talking about the yes I like you too smile. I'm talking about that, buddy, it will never work out, man. And from that point on, you know you're fried. Because not only is she gonna reject your ass.
Now I think about it, that happened to me twice. One time with a girl when I was working at Dick's Sporting Goods, and she just straight up told me that was the time where I got straight up told, like, yeah, nah, you know, I just see you as a friend. I was like, shit. And that was rare. These are rare occurrences. You feel me? Normally, like, I feel like I was getting my way a lot. Like I told you, 2016 light skin. You feel me? Y'all, we niggas was winning. We could really do whatever, but it hurt. Like, I was like, damn, it really hurt my ego for a second. Now the other one, she didn't verbally tell me. Like, it was just like, oh, you not telling me, you just put me there. You had the Odell cut. I didn't have the Odell, but I had because everybody else was doing the blonde. I did this thing where I dyed. It was like a reddish, but it was so dark that you couldn't see it for real. It only, if it hit the light, you would see the red. Bro, once I did that, these niggas took my swag. They took my swag, bro. You ain't tell you used to be on TV. Shut the fuck
up. But she will also hit you with
I was trying to be different.
Gut-wrenching, knife-wrenching line. Cloud, I mean, Jeffrey, I really appreciate it, but honestly, you're like a brother to me.
I ain't ever felt that one.
You have a gym membership now. And the worst part about it is that next week, she's actually gonna hard launch with the guy she actually wants to be with. But it's not you. It's not you.
Now that happened to me too. The girl, I didn't know, but she didn't go to my school. I just remember going to, like, looking at her story on Instagram. Was there stories back then? I forgot. Maybe she posted a nigga. I don't know. But some nigga came up, and I was like, ooh. I said, ooh. Yeah, okay. It was amber. Facts. It was like, ooh. Yeah, that amber hair color. Never been zoned by, but I've been ghosted. I've been ghosted too.
It'll never be you. Game is game, bucko. I ain't gonna lie. We all have to go through. And you better hope she's a good person who doesn't tell the whole school too, because I'm not gonna lie. I had a homeboy who went through that exact thing. He told his evil demon light-skinned best friend that he actually had feelings for her. She hit him with that, "Aw, you're so sweet." And brother immediately knew he was cooked. But he didn't know how cooked he was, because that next day she proceeded to tell everybody in the whole school that he asked her out, and she also proceeded to call him a simp little. Till this day, he still hasn't recovered. Praying for bro. I'm not gonna lie. Hope he's good. But in my opinion, as a guy, what's worse than getting friend zoned is having to friend zone a girl, which is honestly canon event number.
Hell no. That ain't hell no. That's easy
too, because girls don't take getting friend zoned well at all. I think genuinely this is one of the hardest things to do as a man, because women just aren't built for rejection. I mean, we're the ones who are supposed to get rejected, not them. So whenever it happens, their brains just can't compute what happened. You tell a girl you don't like her and she automatically starts calling you gay as coach. Or she'll try to talk to your best friend to make you jealous. Like, okay, and? Like, honestly, this is one of the stupidest things you could ever do. You think talking to my best friend will make me
Cause really, like, it ain't hard because you don't let it get to a point. Like, you kind of see it. I feel like as a man, you can kind of see that coming. Girls see that coming as well. I feel like ladies, y'all know, y'all see it coming when a nigga start getting on some like, oh, this nigga's fucking with me. But you start seeing it coming, and you just start doing little shit like, yo, great way to start de-escalating shit is start hitting them with that, bro, man, nigga, man. Like, you start using words as if you talking one of the bros. Or you start talking about maybe another situation in front of shorty, like, oh yeah, this is that and the third. You feel me? That's when they're like, oh, you got to take a step back. You feel me? You got to clear it up.
Me like you when I didn't like you when you was trying to talk to me. What logic does that make in anyone's brain? I'm not gonna lie, that's just coke. But no, I gotta get in character. My fault. Oh no, Keisha's talking to my best friend Justin. Even though after I rejected her, oh, whatsoever shall I do? Head ass. Like, I promise you, I'm finna sleep just as good at night, boo. Matter of fact, I might even sleep better. Just like how I would sleep after I won a fight in school. Which is actually the next thing we're finna talk about, school fights. School fights is one of the biggest canon events at school because they are the biggest event that can happen at a school. A good school fight can set the tone for the
You're gonna hear about that shit the whole
rest
spot.
of the week at that school. People will be talking about it for the rest of the day.
Or a nigga getting arrested. That's another one. That I don't know if that's a canon event for every school, but like, you're gonna hear about that shit.
People will be debating who won or lost, which if you won, you would get instant clout for at least 2 weeks. But if you lost, oh, buddy, you do not want to lose. I remember there was this fight at a neighboring school to mine, and it was between this white kid and this professional boxer. Yes, I said professional boxer. He was 16 in high school, and he was already fighting big leagues or something like that. I don't know. I don't know boxing, but he was good. And I don't know how this white kid pissed this guy off so bad or why he did that, but I promise you that was the worst decision.
Let's call Cloud. Let's see if Cloud answers this time. Let's call Cloud and ask him why this nigga has been getting so close to his screen. Like, what's the method? Let's see if he answers. One nigga came up to my high school with a blunt and lit it a gun and got arrested immediately, as he should. Cloud, bro. Say Cloud.
Yo, what's good?
So I'm just watching your video, bro, and you just been doing this method lately that have us all just curious.
Okay.
You've been like basically like tongue fucking your screen, like you've been all your face been on the camera type shit. Like, I just couldn't help but notice that you ain't. What's the deal? What's your method here?
I mean, like, bro, you gotta treat your camera like a lollipop. You gotta lick that shit.
Yeah, I just knew you was gonna say some young dumbass shit. I
What's
just
wrong
knew.
with that? Bro, okay, so do you not love your camera? Your camera is the reason why, you feel me? You can make as much. Don't you make like 6 figures a month? Like, aren't you rich? Aren't you rich?
Get off my shit. All right, man. So let's go ahead and continue this video, man, cause he over here playing.
Decision he's ever made in his life, because this boxer beat the brakes off this guy so bad that the video literally went viral. Like, there's a clip of this fight on the internet right now that has over 3 million views, and the reason why is because after the boxer got done beating this ass, he literally threw him on the ground and jumped up in the air and landed on his head like he Mario.
I forgot what the nigga was talking
Coins
about.
flying out of his head and everything, bro. It was bad. People around our area were literally making memes of this shit. Bro, it was cooked. This fight was so bad that the kid literally had to drop out of school because he was getting bullied so bad after the fight. And after he dropped out, he chose the absolute worst career path to go down after losing a fight. He became a trapper. Trapped and scammed even though he lived in a suburban household, man. It's a sad reality. This fight deadass ruined his life. I'm not gonna lie. And I don't know where he is right now. I don't even know if he's alive.
Losing a fight at school, if your partners probably cooked your ass at that lunch table for sure. They definitely probably fried you for
But
sure.
Buddy's life is cooked. Fights are legendary, especially if you get a good camera angle of the fight. But for some reason, they always is blurry or something. Like, it's like, what? We need to start carrying around professional cameras to document fights, bro. I'm not gonna lie. We gotta get the HD footage.
Definitely go depending on how you went about your L. But if it was some clean, like, like if you had nothing, Neo, what's good?
On a laptop, man. Like, do something. But another unavoidable canon event is entering a school hotbox. More specifically, walking into a bathroom hotbox. Everybody remembers the first time they walked into the high school bathroom and they got a strong scent of blueberry Faygo flavored air. And then when you finally meet the culprits, you just see a bunch of chill white guys just passing around a vape. Or multiple vapes if they're really fiends for real. You gotta try every single flavor before you go back to class.
This shit right here, Freedoms, what's good? This right here is too, like, it was too risky for me. And I didn't even want to be in that because I was playing basketball on my team and shit. So even getting, like, drug into all of that, and especially moving how I was moving, like, I was not trying to have no type of name on my shit. Like, I didn't need no type of BS coming my way.
Class. You know, I typically hated this.
Free Bill Feezy, nigga.
I just wanted to take a piss in the bathroom, but now I gotta breathe in particles that my lungs should not be inhaling. Especially when they tried to offer it to you too. Which, on one hand, I do appreciate.
I ain't doing that.
Gesture, but
I didn't start I didn't start coming to school high till we had something called early release and we had something called late arrival, right? Because I was on the basketball team and our practices were after, like, were the last period of school and it would go into after school. Once the season was over, you would naturally have late arrival. You see what I'm saying? Like, you for sure you was for sure getting stoned at the end of school though, because at the beginning though, I had to got once the end of school comes, you get early release. Sorry, you get late arrival to school and you would have early release. So I would only be at school for like 2 hours on certain days. You feel what I'm saying? So on those days, I was coming to school high, for sure. But any other day when there was basketball was in and I wasn't a senior, oh, it was over with. I wasn't even playing with that fire. My coach, Coach Eckert, he was and you hear Coach Eckert, that sounds like a white, bald man, right? It was. White, bald man with a decaying tooth. Coach Eckert ain't played with your ass. That nigga, he was so he was so honest. I know y'all probably seen it in the video if y'all seen my old joints when I was doing videos like cloud shit. This nigga Coach Eckert one day brought us all in to the gym and sat us all down. Like he was the type of nigga to be like, get out, get the fuck out. Like he would be like, get out of my practice. Cause if we was running slow or some shit just wasn't right, he made sure we was cold. But I remember one day he brought us all into the fucking gym, bro. And Coach Eckert came to us with our assistant coach, and he was like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, none of y'all are gonna go D1. Maybe besides Reggie, RP my nigga Reggie. Maybe besides Reggie and Carter if he gets his head out of his ass. That was it. None of y'all are going to the NBA. None of y'all are going D1. Mind you, we was the best team in the whole district. I went to a 5A school, you know what I'm saying? Reggie, he went to the University of Houston, the school that just fucking whatever, but he was there probably like 2 years ago. My nigga, like, we were cold, but he was just like, y'all aren't going D1. You know what I'm saying? So, and he broke us down. He would break us down every single day, and we'd be winning games. We did not lose a single district game. We only lost in the playoffs whenever we played, like, I think we played Lancaster or something like that. If my Dallas people know. Yeah, long live my nigga Reg, man, for real shit. That was my dog. 6'8", big brolic, hood nigga. Who was the type of nigga to wear a hoodie with no shirt underneath. You feel me? We'd be like, damn, Reggie, you stink. He was the type of nigga to wear he'd be take his hoodie off, he's just skin showing. Free balling hoodies and shit.
On the other, I don't want to be an accomplice to your crime. Because with my luck, administration would walk in as soon as I put my lips on that cancer machine. And it would be 10 times worse when instead of smelling some blueberry Faygo flavored air, you would smell some.
Anybody on my team go pro overseas shit. Nobody went to the NBA now. We played NBA niggas, but we didn't go there. Nobody went to the NBA.
Skunky flavored air. Like, bro, I hate it when people with chief.
Reggie was my nigga, man.
Like, vapes is one thing, but carts, you're just that's crazy. Especially if it smelled too. Like, what are we doing? Are we? Really
I never fuck with that cart shit.
Do you want to get kicked out of school? Do you want to? You can't wait until after, or you can't just go outside in your car. Like, I promise you, when the administration starts catching on to what y'all doing, y'all gonna be fried. No pun intended. Just like you'll be fried if your teacher doesn't like you.
Reg.
Because we've all had that one teacher that just hates us for no reason. Like, I had this teacher back in high school, and I promise you she had to be racist. She was an old white lady from small town Tennessee, and I promise you she had a vendetta against black people. I know she ain't like MLK. I bet her and her family were having cookouts, potlucks. As soon as they got the news that he died, they was celebrating, hooting and hollering through the streets. They was cooking the best casseroles they've ever cooked. Cause brother, before I took her class, I had a 4.0 GPA. I was a smart, studious kid. But after her class, my shit tanked because I got an F in that. Literally had to retake the class the next year. And it's not because I'm dumb, it's just that every single test she had, she wouldn't grade based on if you were right, she would grade based on how she felt about you. And all of the black kids in this class did way worse than the white kids in this class. Especially me, because I was the darkest. Like, bro, I remember I had this test, and I got every single answer right, but she still gave me a 34 because I didn't do the formulas right. Like, how does that even make sense?
That used to be so frustrating. Because I was cheating on every fucking test, nigga. Every physics, you know what I'm saying? Every test, I was cheating. I'm telling you, I had the most intrinsic, I got to. Bro, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't studying for nothing. I was dead ass sitting here, and like, you know when you strain your eyes like this because you really trying to see what on a nigga paper? Are you really looking like this? I would strain my eye. My eyes are probably bad because of that. What was when I graduated my senior year, I had a 4.0. Nobody ever believes when I tell them that. But I was treating so bad though. Only like subject that I was really locked in was English. I was a pre-AP and AP English person from I'm telling you. I was a AP pre-AP nigga. Before when I without the camera, bro. And mind you, we didn't have all the shit niggas got. Chat GPT, nigga. This was off a straight, like, okay, let me do my work when I sounds happy. Yeah. But I'm telling you, I had the methods, and we had a whole cheating scandal at my school. I remember a nigga was like, oh yeah, I got the Scantron for this test. Whipped the Scantron out from a nigga's like, I don't know how that worked, but he had that shit, and we was copying. You feel me? We didn't have Quizlet back in my day, my nigga. In college we did. You feel me? That cheating shit didn't work well in college though. That shit wasn't working. Jayon Venus, thank you so much for that sub, gang. When are you dropping this video to react? Tomorrow. Did you have ChatGPT in college? Nah, man. I'm 27. We ain't have none of that. Real studying, nigga. While we used to study, you get a sheet of paper. You write, you have your book next to you, and you write. And you study shit. We ain't have ChatGPT to help, and nigga, I still don't use ChatGPT. I realized how dope ChatGPT was, bro. Nigga was like, give me a da-da-da with a this, that, and the third, with a boo after bam, and a boom bap bop, and it gave him exactly that shit. That shit's crazy. What we had, we was cheating off of like, you would get the answers from one of the tests, you would write this shit on a piece of paper, A, B, C, D, da-da-da, and you would like, the thing is, the way to cheat right is you gotta somewhat know what the fuck going on. You feel me? You can't just go out there and just start doing shit and circling Scantrons. You gotta kind of know so that way you can somewhat check the work. It's like, okay, you did get here from there. Okay, all right. You had to know a little bit of something. That's why I'm somewhat smart. You feel me? But did the finishing product, you ain't got that. Thought Unc was 23? No, man. 27.
Got it right. It doesn't matter how I got there. That's like saying LeBron doesn't deserve his chip back in 2016 just because he went down 3-1. He still won this series. But you want to know the crazy part about it? A girl sitting in front of me who got every single question wrong got a 74. And the reason why is because she did the formulas right. She just got the wrong answer. How do you do the formula right if you get the wrong answer? This happened my freshman year of high school, and I'm still this mad about it. That's how much this bothers me. She even gave me all zeros on my homework just because she thought I scribbled it in before she would check it.
He said, a nigga 15? Man, when I was 15, man, I ain't even gonna hit y'all with that one. 15 though, boy, you got a whole lot of life to live. I thought 15, life was coming to me fast. Shit, boy.
is still there.
It wasn't.
What are we talking about? And then she tried to say my handwriting was terrible, and that's why she didn't want to grade my papers correctly, and that's why she gave me an F in the class. Yeah, my mom wanted to beat her ass by the end of the year. I'm not gonna lie. But something I was also happy about were fine-ass teachers. Man, oh man, having a fine-ass teacher was an experience. Like every single...
That's a canon event right there, boy. Y'all already know. Who I gonna say, y'all? Back in my middle school. Who y'all gonna say? Middle school? Or who am I gonna say? Man. Middle school. And all y'all know me, I'm not even a milkman. But Miss Austin was over with. Nah, I didn't take Spanish. I took French. You know what I'm saying? Parlez-vous français? My math teacher. Bro, my teacher, my English, Miss Austin, it was over with. It was over with.
Single class you got with them, you was extra locked in. You made sure you had your best cologne on, your best fits. You made sure you actually paid attention in the class so you can get good grades so you can impress her. And you made sure whenever she needed a helper that you was the first man up. You ain't ever want to help out a teacher before this, but now you want to be a teacher's pet. We see what you're trying to do, brother. And she did too, which is why it will never happen, and it's just a fantasy. Like, brother, your life is not a or a horribly written TV show. And I don't care how attractive you think you are. A mentally stable grown-ass teacher will never ruin her life for a minor in high school that she teaches. Lock in. But at the same time, a boy can dream. But something that's not a dream though are school rumors, which is the next canon event we all go through. For some reason, these school rumors, and when I was in school, it was like, if you hear anything along the lines of niggas was dreaming for sure. But if you heard anything along the lines of nudity, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this girl got caught doing this, that, and the third. It was taboo. It was like, damn, her life is over. Nowadays, bro, come on, man. Nowadays, that shit, I just know that shit is just not like nothing no more. Shit is so, niggas is desensitized. I remember, bro, that shit was crazy. Like, if some shit like that popped, it was over with. Always involve a relationship. It's either somebody did this behind the bleachers, or somebody cheated on who, or there was a sleepover where it was 2 guys and 1 girl, and you know what that means. It's always something just scandalous and icky and weird. I remember there was this one rumor in my school where this sophomore boy had a with 2 girl seniors. And for a while, I'm not gonna lie, that sophomore guy was the coolest in the school. Everywhere he went, he got dap ups, high fives. People were asking for the story times. It was wild. Until somebody debunked the rumor and people found out it was just a big lie. He still got clout off of that though. I'm not gonna lie, cause he still repped that. But oftentimes these rumors are either heavily exaggerated or just flat out not true. But sometimes they are. And these rumors especially hit different when it's about teachers or faculty. I remember back in elementary school, there was a rumor that our principal and the president of the whole school were having an affair. And at first nobody believed it until one day.
That's crazy. Someone in my middle school got hit on a school camera. The dean showed their parents. Golly.
A random teacher walked into the president's office and basically saw pretty damning evidence of it being true, if you get what I'm trying to say. So yeah, they both resigned mid-year, and after that the school went to But hey man, game is game. Even though that's wild, that's not even the craziest rumor that I've heard about. I remember my senior year, I had this one classmate that was known to talk to freshmen, aka the super senior, which is the next canon event. But let me tell you,
the super scene, I didn't have too many at my school, but like, they didn't float around like that. They did, but not too crazy though. You know what I'm saying? Not too crazy. They didn't go too wild. Them niggas need to be stoned. The super seniors, they didn't go super crazy, but like, there was a few that would float around, you know, come visit, you know what I'm saying? Come visit teachers and shit. It's like, nigga, the glory days are over, fuck nigga. It's time to create new ones. Like, I haven't been to my school since I graduated. Yeah, I haven't been to my how do you even get in it? Like, I haven't been to my school since I graduated high school. Over almost 10 years ago. Damn, I'm an old ass fuck nigga, man. Damn.
The story real quick. One day I came into the school and I seen 2 police officers in the office. So I started asking around to see
My 7th grade year, a dude recorded him getting hit from his girl. Oh, yeah.
what was going on. And it turns out that bro wasn't just a super senior.
And he
was
leaked
actually
himself.
a pedo. Because apparently he had relations with a 13-year-old 8th grader. The guy was an 18-year-old grown man. The guy didn't end up going to jail because the parents didn't press charges, but they probably should have. Because I don't care what you say, you can't be a senior talking to 8th graders. That's f***ed up. You know what also f***ed up? School exposed pages. Which is the next canon event, finding that your school has one. School exposed pages
didn't have
are one of
well, if we had one, I didn't know about it, but I didn't know that.
the most illegal things.
We didn't have one, I
period.
don't think.
But when you're a kid, you don't realize
Javon!
how crazy it is to be posting 15 and 16-year-old girls doing sexual acts with other 16 and 15-year-old boys.
Yeah,
But
I
they
didn't
are
know
very
nothing about
illegal.
this. I
And a lot
never
of
seen
times
these.
They would be called the whatever high school shade room. Most of the time they would just have fights, but occasionally they would have those crazy wild leaks. And Instagram has to get better about policing stuff like that because that should not be allowed. But one of the last canon events I'm going to talk about is not making your sports team. This is heartbreaking as an athlete.
This ain't happened to me. This didn't happen to me. This one didn't happen, thankfully, because when I went to my school, I was when the school I graduated from, I was a sophomore, and I was grinding because I did not want to look crazy trying to get on that team and not making it. Yeah.
You were balling out all middle school. You thought as soon as you got to high school,
Nakia.
don't step on the court and just go crazy. All for you not even to make the freshman team. One of the toughest realities you will ever have to face. And it's just as bad as that realization senior year
Right,
that you're not
Crystal.
going to get a college scholarship to play your sport at the next level. Truly a
Oh,
heartbreaking
yeah.
game.
Now that's heartbreaking. Yeah, when I found that out, like, cause you put in so much work, bro. Especially when you like on some varsity like shit, and you all that running and everything. Like, you really naive, bro, and you really think, which is a good thing to think. I feel like it's a great mindset to have. But when it finally comes down to it, and you see your dreams falling away, I'm telling you, the day that our coach came to us and said y'all aren't going, he was like, y'all definitely ain't going to the NBA. Once he said that, I was like, yeah, that was a horrible. He shouldn't have did that. He shouldn't have did that, bro. You don't do that to fucking 17-year-olds that really grinding, bro. Damn, you should at least told the niggas, like, you know, y'all, but if y'all do keep grinding though, maybe y'all do. He could have left it in the air. That's a real nigga though. You know what's crazy? That nigga ended up being the principal. My family moved. They moved to a different city in the DFW area, and that nigga is now the principal of that school. And my little brother goes to that school, and he saw my little brother and realized that was my little brother, and he called me. And it's like, now, like, you know, that shit's so long ago, but it still sit with a nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, man, how you doing, man? Your son, and this is nerd. And I'm just like, nah, what's up, Coach Eckert? Yeah, man. You Principal Eckert now. Yeah, man, for sure, bro. And that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Event that we all had to go through as athletes. But it builds character, and it makes you realize that there's more to life than going to the NBA or NFL. Even though that's all.
Young Brad, my dog, thank you for that sub. How you been, man? How you doing, gang? Thank you for that sub, gang.
You wanted to do? I mean, I wanted to go to the NBA. Now I make YouTube videos. So, hey, it worked out for me. And I know I said that was the last one, but I want to talk about 2 more. First up is Scholastic Book Fair. Core memory for elementary school. Amazing.
For sure.
I remember I used to buy all of my Diary of Wimpy Kid books from here.
For sure. Scholastic Book Fair, this is the shit that make you feel like a kid again right here.
Invincible ink pens, I used to love those too. Order little pointers.
Young
or
Brad, my
little
dog.
books
Hope
that
you
had
been
actual
good, bro.
little pieces in there. But we used to be going crazy in the Scholastic Book Fair. That was the only time I actually liked to read as a kid. But the last thing I want to talk about is those fundraiser pizza parties that you would get. Back in elementary school, if your class raised enough money for the goal. I remember our class used to be turned up when we won. Even though my class only got a pizza party one time.
Yeah, them sliver of pieces of pizza, that shit used to be fire. And especially like Valentine's Day when they'll drop all the candy off, that shit was fire.
That one time we turned up, I'm not gonna lie. And we were so
Box
hyped
tops.
until we walked into school that day and we seen the Little Caesar boxes. And we seen how tiny they cut them pizza slices. Like, we barely.
So we all live the same life. Good to know. Yeah. Them little ass skinny ass pieces of bullshit. Yeah.
got fed. Then they gave us little tiny juice boxes to match with it. It's like, Bro, why? But as you get older, you will realize that those teachers paid out of pocket for the pizzas and the juices. When you understand how severely underpaid that teachers are in America, them coming out of pocket for that is really, honestly, noble. And amazing that they do it. So honestly, I actually have respect for them even just throwing it, because they was doing the best they can with what they had.
Shout out to teachers for sure.
Because that's how I learned that, and I'm not gonna lie. But besides that, that's it. Want to hear me yap more? Follow the Twitch and follow the live channel for clips.
Fuck you, young ass nigga. Nah, I fuck with Cloud. Let me not say that. Now somebody think I'm not playing. Great video, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like the video, sub, comment, mention with your channel. I appreciate y'all. Great for how we going, man. Did he let do it?